think the theme here, the theme in the mind now is devotion. So we will invite you into that theme. Devotion to the calling, devotion to peace of mind, and to not following doubt. So maybe we just take a little time to go inward and let that come in more as an experience, as a restful place of being, because that's what devotion is. A place of trust. A place of richness and wealth and vastness as an experience. So we just take a moment and see if there is anything that doesn't resemble that, something that feels like it is in opposition to that, or fear or doubt, and we allow that up to be seen, but then to be let go. If there is anger, we see that too and let it go. Holy Spirit, we invite you to come and wash the mind very clean, very empty. Empty our own thoughts. And we empty our thoughts and we fill our minds with spirit. We rest in spirit. We're not defining what God is, what spirit is. Just open to be shown. So maybe we can use this session to see what is in the mind, what is desired. If there is something that is not the peace of God, that is desired, why is that there? What is that? Maybe we can just look at those pieces in the mind and see if we really want to hold on to them or if we can let them go. We can open up to some sharing around this as well, or if there is anything that needs to be put on the altar. We cannot hear you, Asa. You need to unmute.
I hope you have a big altar.
Oh, it's huge. It has no limit.
And once you put it there, does it stay there?
Mm-hmm. Unless you take it back.
And you fix my eyesight too? I don't know.
Do you need it?
Mm.
You do.
Yeah.
You think you do.
Putting some suffering on here.
Oh, it's
I don't like it. It's so painful. And yet here I am. So I've been thinking about, I do things like I am part of this other group, but many times I just think about, you guys, and just that helps me to find something again, to just allow it to be there and just give it away to this huge altar. But I could just see it so clearly yesterday that I'd lose the focus of, the peace. I lose this space. I lose the focus of the only thing that really will give me everything I want. But I keep persisting that I should have it and it should be different. And so when I lose that power and that connection, everything is different. It's just not one thing, it's just how I see life, and I perceive everything differently. So I start to feel like a victim. I start to feel angry, irritated, and overwhelmed. And and I've been, we all went down here in this family. So everybody's been sick. We got COVID, all of us, after 2 years of not, then all of a sudden, yes. So, and I'm still not okay. And of course that, that affects me too. I had to stop working again. So what are my feelings? My feelings are, it's like this longing for this peace again, for just peace with no conditions, just devoted to this connection that I feel is, when I lose that, then it just piles on with shit and shit and shit, and I feel like shit. So yes, please. I really want to find it again. I really want to connect with that.
Yeah. I hear the words lose the loss. Just lose the loss.
Lose or a loss?
No.
Lose.
Lose the belief in loss. Lose the loss. You all of a sudden got light and bright. The light shines. But yeah, loss, the belief in loss, like you talk about, yes. You're afraid of losing the eyesight or loss, and it's heavy. But you want to lose the loss. The belief in loss.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't understand it. Sorry.
Because you also say, I want to find that peace.
Yes. Yeah, I believe that I have to work now.
Right. Maybe you find it by not doing anything, by just losing the doubt, losing the loss.
Yeah, I felt something happening in my body now.
Yeah. We've had the theme up here this morning because we already had a deep meeting. Oh. And yeah, it was all about, or some part of it was about letting go of control, of losing control or allowing control to be lost. Because we never really have control anyway.
So now when I feel I actually already had, I let go of something, or, this how this works is always so the opposite of, once I start to be in something, I always think but the way to get there is, I can't put words to it, but it's like, I guess from the ego's point of view, the last thing you want is the thing that takes you to the peace. I don't know how to put it in words, but anyway, I feel so something happened already, but my mind keeps coming up with all these negative emotions. But I don't think I need to go there anymore. I already said everything I don't have anything more to offer, just more of the same. And then I don't need to go there, do I, Jenny?
Probably not, unless it is persistent, unless it kind of keeps coming back, then it can be helpful to talk about it.
Yeah, when I end up like this, which have been going for a little while, then I see myself wanting things from the world. All of a sudden, I'm not
Sufficient.
I'm not in my power. So then I start to want things, and then when I want things, just normal conversations or something, then I get so frustrated when it doesn't happen, and I can see it. I see myself wanting things, but I can't get out of it. So I get furious, first with them and then with myself. So that's also something that.
Yeah, it's a distraction. It's a way the mind wants to stay on the surface.
Yes.
There is yes. So you can even inquire and ask, what is the fear here? Why do I go into this? What is the fear? And often it is just to surrender to.
I think what comes when you say that, what's the fear, then I feel a little something here, but then I go, what's the fear? Well, I fear this hell that I think, and I mean, it's not extreme, but that I end up in when I lose my peace. And now when I sit with you, I feel a deeper peace already. And I can't even feel that when I sit on my own, because I'm so beep. So there, I don't know if it's fear of going crazy in this normal world. it's not.
We have an extra bed here. You want to move in? They already did.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So I don't know if that's an answer. It's the fear of, I don't know, but I certainly long for this peace again, to be just the peace and the power and the joy and the, feeling connected, feeling so okay in the moment, and just it's like my focus goes to, instead of, which I know is the way,
Yeah. I think a good practice is when you have those thoughts, I need to do this, or I need to get that, to not rush into that, but to sit with the Holy Spirit for a bit before you go ahead, and then it may fall away.
Yeah, thank you. I feel much more peaceful. I feel tingling in my whole in my legs and everything, and in my hands, and
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hmm. And just one more thing, I noticed also that when I was flat out for 2 weeks there, then I noticed that I know the way out is this, but yet I got more caught up with my body than before. And I know that's the opposite of of healing or going actually, because I know healing can happen super quickly. I had many experiences of it that it just doesn't matter what you had the 2 minutes before or the second before, it can be gone.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. Yeah, it's the same thing that I got more preoccupied with small things and with this thing and everything. So, and I know that stops the healing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that can be a sign that there is a deeper fear
Mm.
underneath, or coming closer to the fear of God.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, then if it sounds so peculiar, but then it's, I don't want to give up doing things my way. That's what comes up.
Mm.
This big perspective God, I don't know, but I think I don't trust it completely to be the best for me. I want to do things my way.
Yeah, that describes it. That sums it up. That's the whole problem here in this world.
What's with this other thing? I don't know. I don't trust it. Let's do it my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, guilty.
Mm. Yeah. And it could be good to look at too, to look at
Yeah.
why is that going on?
Yeah, very much.
Oh,
So
God's way is boring, or otherwise I don't know what's going to happen, or I will.
yes. I think of many more coming up.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not so devoted after all. I'm more devoted to my own will, it seems. But it's great to see it with you guys.
Mm.
It's hilarious to think that I actually, but it's the truth.
Mm. No, not the truth, but it's the illusion. It's
Yes.
what the mind that seems to be
Yes.
doing. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Mm.
And how powerless we are when we go there, how endless it is and how much fixing it is and how much blah 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 it is. And yes, it's
Yeah.
well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Also, so sweet to join with you.
And I do want to look more at that with you guys.
You would like to look more at that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we're here.
Thank you so much. It feels so lovely now inside of me. Mm. Thanks.
Thank you. Now is it over at Gareth, Lawrence? How are you, Gareth?
Yeah, all right, I think. Yeah, I feel nervous this morning. I don't know, it's because it's like a smaller group, and I know I get like, as Aslan was finishing talking, I was just, that feeling. I know Jenny's going to come to me next. I'm like, in panic, like, oh no.
It's okay, you don't have to say anything, just sit here.
Yeah, it's been, I don't know, some stuff's been coming up. Just more emotional stuff, really, where I've done a group on Friday, normal one. I don't even know what it was, to be honest, why it was, all this emotion come up and tears. And then again, yesterday morning, probably like a bit of a mini breakdown yesterday morning. But still wanting to resist the emotions coming up. And thinking like it's something wrong. Just, all these emotions coming up and still feeling like it's wrong.
I think something is going right. I don't know, but I feel like you're shedding layers. You're getting more free and relaxed.
I don't know about that. I could feel the benefit. Yeah, the benefit I could feel. But it's still like that ego thing of not allowed or something wrong. And I think we spent most of the week trying to clear the lock up, like selling stuff and just going through boxes and just finding myself attached to like little trinkets and stuff that's in the lockup. And it's probably like the memories that the little things hold.
Yeah, and just to know that the memories won't go away, even if the trinkets do.
Yeah, I think don't know if it's bringing up a bit of guilt, like as if I don't know what the guilt was for, really, because we're moving on or we're coming back to Spain and it probably, I don't know if it's signifying the end of something, which it feels like the end of something and the start of something else. Yeah. But I think there's still a bit of fear with the start of something new.
Yeah, and letting go of the things, or the things is a symbol of letting go of the past, of being open to the new.
Yeah, I'm probably being scared of the new, to be honest, because I've probably been in control of the past. I think I was in control of the past. But now it feels, like I've got to be totally not in control.
Yeah, and that's just to come back to the present moment and let go of control of the present moment.
Yeah. I still feel like I'm in and out with that. Yeah, and there's probably still a feeling like I know best. Yeah, I want to do it my way. And
right. This seems to be a theme. So that is enough for us to, there should be enough, could be enough for us to say, okay, I don't want to do it my way. Be you in charge, spirit. And there's always peace. I mean, we believe we lose something. We believe that someone else is going to be in charge, but there is no one else. I mean, spirit is what we are. It's all we want. So all it is to surrender to that and to drop the ego. The ego is the opposing thing, energy or force that tries to, that is more like a strain inside. Not good, not helpful. So I think letting go of the past, letting go of stuff, is to let go of guilt. You said guilt has come up, and I think that maybe because you think you owe something or that you have something to do with it, that these things and the past has something to do with you. Actually, it doesn't. So it's good that you move it on, that you let it go and clear it up.
yeah, I think there's some kind of loss attached to it as well.
Yeah.
I'm probably feeling if, I don't know if we do come back from Spain, then we've got to do it all again. And then there's another feeling of other people benefiting because of giving all this stuff away, and it's like, yeah, it's probably still the loss thing. Yeah.
Maybe some of the things you can say it's a loan, or it's they can have custody of it while you're away. If it's too hard first, you know.
Well, there is a shit because there's quite a big family. It's all been like donated to all the houses, but yeah, no, it's getting easier and easier, and there's little that I'm attached to. But it's just the feelings that come with the attachment to the stuff and what it was.
It sounds like a very, very good process, very helpful process. You are actually processing a lot of feelings. That's the main thing going on.
Yeah, I do feel that. There's probably a lot of fear around that. There's a lot of fear around the emotion, and they're probably getting upset. But I still feel it's wrong. Like this sign of weakness. Still feel like it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, that's such a silly belief.
Well, even though it's a silly belief, but I can't. It's still there. I get more benefit from it, but then there's still like a recoiling after, like.
Keep Barret in your mind. He's very open to emotions, and it's not a sign of weakness. It's pure strength and peace.
Yeah, it's good to cry.
Yeah, I get the feeling if I started, I won't stop. I'm probably scared of that as well.
Yeah, let the dam break.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like this. Oh, it's been such a mind-blowing weekend with the David's retreat, and just in this meeting as well. My mind's just watching my mind and the feeling. It's the same feeling like, oh, I need to work out what I'm going to say and what I'm going to talk about and what do I pick, because there's so much. Yeah, when you said the word devotion, it's like all this excitement, but tinged with nervousness as well, but so much excitement. And the scene in the movie last night where he just drives into the unknown. Oh. Yeah. I was on such a high. I felt like I was floating after that movie last night. And then we went to breakout rooms and I shared in the breakout rooms and I was terrified. Just noticing the difference. It's brought up, those feelings from last night have come up now, but normally in this group there's a safety now where it's not as severe. So it's the same thing again, like the strangers, the new people, it's a big group, more likeliness of being judged. And then I play it over and over in my head what I've said. Like it's not. Yeah, like it's not good enough. And what did you say that for? And I'm so tired of this. I don't even know what it is. I just don't. Just around speaking. And then afterwards, in the end session with Pete, just found myself losing patience, like people that were talking for far too long, and you know, my judgment is like, get to the point, waffling on about things that I don't afford myself the same space and time to, and then I'm not listening because I'm just so impatient.
Yeah, that sounds like devotion, though. Like, yeah, I've heard it before. That feeling of people, yeah, people who just talk to, I don't know, maybe even to cover up what they really feel. And if you get sensitive and feel like, okay, get to the point, it's because you're devoted. You want the real deal. And I think, yeah, that pattern you have of looking back and second guessing, saying that you were wrong or said something bad, or that's, yeah, there is some judge in your mind, some past voice saying you're not good enough, but that's why you need to start to let go of that and accept yourself. I've never ever felt like you talk, what you say is off, or you know what you ask, so I'm sure even yesterday was perfect, you know.
It takes me like 2 days to get over it and see that it was fine, you know.
Yeah, maybe you can start to do it quicker. to get over it quicker. Get over it as it happens.
Yeah, it's not so much that I think I've said something wrong. It's more that I just haven't took. It's about time. I haven't got time to speak. There's a lot of people here. Everyone needs to have their turn. And then when I feel rushed and panicked, that's what I'm judging. Like, you haven't even expressed the thing you wanted to express because there's all this nervousness, and even that's fine. I know it's all right. Yeah, it's my prayer is like in the moment as I'm speaking. I did try and do it last night just to breathe, and yeah, it's such an automatic pilot response that it feels really hard to change. Just relax.
Yeah, it's believing that you're Laurie.
Yeah, got to get it. Yeah, it is. I've got to get it perfect, and especially if it's people I don't know that I feel unsafe with. Yeah, so yeah, for me, it's the judging what gets in the way of the devotion. The judging myself, judging others. Help with that, please. And I did have an awareness over this weekend. There's something shifted whereby, like, the holy instant just made sense to me. Because I think up to this point, there's still been I'm trying to get somewhere, or, you know, it's a holy relationship with this, then this, and this, and yeah. Again, I've got that feeling again, like I can't put it into words, but it was more like, oh, it's just a present moment. That is the holy instant. It's kind of bringing the feeling of innocence into this moment right now.
Yeah.
With the experience with Gareth, when he got all emotional, I'd already arrived feeling like innocence is a big word. I think it's like an all or nothing word, but for me, it's like a tipping. If there's enough of a feeling of innocence there, it felt a bit like after the retreat when I went back to the family and it was all chaotic, and it just feels like the bullets are going ping, 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 just like, yeah, I was totally available. I didn't take anything personally. It was such a helpful experience for me to see, like, the harmlessness is the helpfulness.
The harmlessness is the helpfulness. I love that.
Got a new t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it goes where the judgment comes back.
Yeah. And that's innocence.
Yeah, I liked what David said in the retreat. It is just doing the next right thing. There is no loss when, yeah, the feeling of loss goes away completely when it's just the next right thing.
What is there to fear then? How can anything be fearful then?
Yeah. Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I can do that. That's easy. Yeah, thank you. I just want to share it. It's always this feeling like, oh, there's just too much to say. How am I going to get it all out and say it in a way?
We have time. Everybody pretty much has shared here, and also has shared. She can share more if she wants. We have time. We can sit here all day. So, go ahead.
Well, now I've got no to say. Oh gosh, don't say that. We've got all day. The head's popped now. I've got nothing to say at all. I'm hot. Yeah, it's the good feeling. Just goes back from childhood, like not being listened to because everyone was so busy. Because everyone was the same, really. We're all just lost in thought, and there were so many of us that I had to feel like you rush, you tell your story and you say it quick before someone gets bored or interrupts or there's no time for me. And so my response to that was just stay quiet. It's like we all speak so fast as well because of that reason. Not so much anymore, but when when I was younger, I just I'd speak like so. It's probably the same feelings of feeling rushed and panicked. Forgetting to breathe.
Yeah.
And then this feeling of like, look away, don't, that's enough now, just.
It's okay. We can look away, but the mind is in focus.
Yeah, it's a shift in focus from Laurie, the person speaking, to
Yeah, it's such an issue, this inclusion or exclusion, and I think everybody has that more or less. You exclude yourselves, you exclude yourself so quickly and easily, but to even think of it like when others speak, it's you. It's always yourself. Whether you speak with your seeming mouth or if with someone else's mouth, to just relax and allow yourself the space. It's almost like a mindset, like I'm excluded or something is going on and that I'm not part of. I'm just looking at what's happening with others, but I'm not in it. That's too boring. That is, can't settle for that. You need to see it as you always, and it's your mind, it's you.
Yeah, it's the I'm not important, and then they become unimportant, so I'm not going to listen because it's that feeling in me.
Yeah. I like the experience of showing up, like always showing up for yourself, moment by moment, showing up for your real self, for your presence, being there, being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know we already had it joining, but we can share more here if anybody wants to speak. Yeah. Good. Well, I think it is good because you're bringing out it's fear, abandon yourself.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the dissociation, and but it's good to. That's all it is, you know. It's fear. Fear does that. It's like you leave yourself.
I mean, I've been aware of that, you know, that self-abandonment for the last few months, and really been trying not to abandon myself, but I did it without knowing I was doing it from last night to this morning, you know. Like trying to fit myself back into a small body or something.
It helps you to share if you want to, without abandoning yourself. Share what you experienced.
Yeah, feels. Can ignore hearing, it's so beautiful. Yeah, just the whole movie last night and David's talk was just like so. It felt so much for me to really hear, you know, that I'm trying to paddle two canoes at the moment and be in two worlds, and it's been working less and less and less, you know, being out in the world, but my financial insecurity is really high, and you know, I've lived in community before, and I have a past reference, you know, of ending up poor and things like that, and but what was very clear was like, there's no going back now, you know, there's no going back, there's nothing to go back to. Where are you going to go, you know, like back to a job that you don't enjoy? The family will be okay, and I know that. And it was just really clear, and I just cried, and Denise just held me, and it was like more and more tears, and it was a release. It wasn't like, you know, sometimes you're crying and it's self-pity or something. It was just like this, wow, a joy under it. It was like the body's crying, but I'm feeling happy. It makes no sense, but that's how it felt. And then I knew it was really important for me to express it, you know, like I didn't want to, because then if you say something, there's also a sense of like, okay, this is important, and I have to listen. And by some miracle, I got to share with Jenny, because she was fast asleep in bed and she got woken up by something, and
Spirit had me walk downstairs.
Yeah. Okay, and now I'm just like backtracking completely, you know. It's like, no, I want to fit back in that little box somehow. So I'm pretty scared. So I don't know if I shared everything there, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. You can give the little boxes to Gareth to put his little trinkets from the past.
Yeah.
And then he leave them there. And thank you. I think it is just about this the next right thing, which is the present moment. But yeah, and let's talk about that beautiful guidance. It's never asking us more than we can handle. And it's coming in because we are ready for a healing.
Yeah. It's like my heart kind of knows that, but there's still this, yeah. Somebody mentioned the word terror, and it doesn't feel like terror, but I can see that, yeah, the shutting down,
Then
abandonment, yes, dissociation. It's like I've dulled everything down in that way, yeah.
Yeah, and that might be a pattern you've used as a defense or as a safety.
This is so much more subtle that's going on, that it's hard to detect. It's part of the pattern, which it has to be, it can't be anything else, but it just feels so much more subtle. You know, because it would have come out in, yeah, as you know, Jenny, really strong anger and
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like, yeah, I'm more present now, and there's a lot of feelings going on, but I feel like I can move through. Thank you.
Thank you. And you said that your heart says this one thing and your mind is scared. I got the song. Do you guys know Roxette? You do also. Maybe everybody knows Roxette. Listen to your heart when it's calling to you or something. You know that song?
Listen to your heart.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll have to play it like
And
this.
it's
Gone into you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got it.
What else you can do?
Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's pretty much all spiritual paths talk about follow your heart. So that's a strong direction.
Just want to go and get some water.
Okay, go for it. Jonas.
Hello, guys. Yeah, so did we meet also in Sweden? Or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
We did not.
All right.
But she's been here before in meetings.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I can feel something wants to be shared, a little nervousness. I feel there's been a lot of expansion and also like ego resistance since yesterday. And it's like I have these beautiful experiences. For example, my meeting with Peter, or at lunch where we was talking. And at lunch, I was kind of a little more talkative than usual. And then afterwards came in this thought, like, and very apropos also was what Laurie was sharing, like, but for me, I had this mom who was always saying, Jonas, your time is up. Like you're taking the group's attention or monopolizing the group's attention, or yeah. so there was some guilt around talking too much. And I also, you know, coming from the world of competition, and as a musician, it feels like we musicians, we spend years and years of refining our skills, and then we get together and then we bring up our coolest skills at the right time. So I'm having the same judgment upon the spiritual community that it's a role that we all play. So that's how my ego sees it. So sometimes I'm afraid if I talk, if I share, then I'm afraid that I'm playing that role. And so if I see, for example, Jenny close her eyes, I'm thinking, oh, did I play a role and now she caught me? Or and you know, and if people are too happy, part of me believes it's a role that they are playing, like my family was playing the role of happy, and let's take pictures, oh yeah, smile, or and yeah. So, and at the same time, I can also feel the joy. I can feel that your joy is real, and then I can feel that real joy is triggering some sadness in me, so, or some kind of healing in me.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me happy. It brings up shit.
Yeah,
and then when it brings up shit, but people, for example, takes pictures, I feel like I'm expected to be at the same level of, you know, with the pictures, for example, or maybe also without.
You know what a role is in all of this? I think the role is actually the one that is judging, is trying to feel safe in all of that. Like when you judge, or you look at people and you see, oh, they act, that's a role. That's your defense, and that's the role, the judge, you know, like you said, to be cool, the coolest one. Yeah, I did not mean to stop you, cut you off.
No. Yeah, but maybe that was all I needed to share. Yeah. I hope it wasn't an attack or anything.
No. I think you're authentically wanting to see your mind, and I think you're onto it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Just keep allowing it up. Yeah. Thank you. Well, it was very sweet to join again with all of you.
All right, everyone, have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah, love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.